I'm Dublin City's coldest, you should know this. I've been rapping like a veteran, not a novice. Different flow when I drop a track.
What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have a special video today. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be reacting to Slipknot's latest song before the release of the full album on Friday. It is the We Are Not Your Kind album. If you've been living under a rock, that shit drops on the 9th of August. It is currently the 7th of August at 8 o'clock in the evening in Ireland, so we're talking less than 2 days at this point. Now, I know the album has been leaked and I've seen a few people try to get me to react to some of the leaked songs, but honestly, I think I just prefer to wait until the full album comes out. I've seen a lot of people are trying to like spoil the album for a lot of people by saying like, oh, it's not this, it's not that. Some people are saying it's brilliant, but I feel as though a lot of people are going to be going into the album with already pre-made like perceptions of what it's going to be like. So I'm trying to avoid that at all costs. So I'm just staying completely open-minded. This is going to be the last song that has been released before the album actually drops. When Solway Firth came out, I genuinely thought that was going to be the last one, but then I think a lot of people were surprised that this dropped as well. And we have a vertical video. I know a lot of people have been getting copyrighted and the video has been completely removed from YouTube, so by all means I want to try and avoid that. So if there does happen to be cuts throughout this video, guys, apologies. I may even have to put the lyric video up instead of the official music video, because a lot of time it's WMG copyright in the music video. So again, apologies in advance if that is the case, but the most important part is that we get the song, my first reaction to the song now. If the music video has to be taken out, then so be it. But yeah, let's jump into it, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of research just from what I can see online here. The opening is a sinister industrialized drum loop. Birth of the Cruel is 2019's We Are Not Your Kind's third single. So you have Unsainted, Solway Firth, and this so far. A lot of people are saying like, oh, All Out Life was a part of the album, but that was a standalone track from what I've seen online. And again, it's just not a part of the album. So the song, just like the other singles, talks about vocalist Corey Taylor's struggles with depressions in lines like "Never underestimate the agony." Also, the song shows how he changed to overpass his problem, saying that it's the death of the fool and the birth of the cruel. Let's just jump into this video, guys. I've got my headphones this time, so hopefully the audio will be a little bit better for a lot of people who are kind of saying, Drew, the audio in the last few videos hasn't been great. And yeah, drop the video a like if you haven't already, guys. Sub if you're new. We're going to have a lot of reactions coming out over the next few days with not just Slipknot, but a lot of Slipknot as well, because we all know that album's dropping and I can't wait. Let's go. Okay, alright, before that drops into something that I can only imagine is gonna be stupid heavy, let's check out some of the lyrics thus far. It can be hard sometimes to catch the lyrics when the bass is that heavy with these headphones, guys. The lyrics get drowned out sometimes, but that is why we have the option of Genius. So the intro, let him crave understanding, let him crave your wisdom, let him crave, let him each promote, Father, my self-control, okay? Parts of verse 1 that stand out: hey, hey, drama, I'd love to be a waste of your time. Oh no, thanks so much for wasting mine, okay? So again, like we said in the intro of the video, Corey Taylor, I'd imagine one of the strongest themes in the album will be the depression that Corey Taylor has faced over so many years, and now obviously he seems to be in a bit of a better place, so he can kind of, I suppose, speak on these experiences that he's had from an almost third person perspective. I feel like with Iowa, from what I've heard anyway, it sounds like he's almost like right in the depths of that depression and that hatred and that pain that he was feeling, whereas maybe with this album we'll see it from a different perspective, where he's funneling that hatred and all that kind of negative energy that he had from years ago, and now obviously being in a better place, I'd imagine he can now funnel that in a different way and create the music that we're going to get in this new album. I like that line, that stuck to me there. I just about heard it through all the fucking bass and the heavy guitars. We're all dressed up. I think he said we're all dressed up with no one to kill. Yeah, we're all dressed up, fighting off a generation too uptight. We're all dressed up with nobody to kill. Some of the lines in that chorus as well. Sick, sickened, I'm sickening, I'm stricken by the fist. So I've seen a bit online that people have been almost playing with the idea that, is Corey Taylor talking about maybe actually experience from when he was younger, maybe physical abuse? I don't know a lot about his backstory, but that's kind of what I'm seeing online. Now I know that it can be more of a metaphorical meaning as well. Sick, sickened, I'm sickening, I'm stricken by the fist. So I mean, it could be like the fist of depression, or it could mean the actual, like, physically he has been struck by a fist. The standout line to me so far that I've noticed is, blessed are the fires that have burned me. If my dog doesn't shut up, I'm gonna go down and Homer Simpson strangle him. Yeah, so that blessed are the fires that have burnt me line, that's the one thing that's kind of sticking out to me the most. I mean, on surface level, you probably wouldn't look too much into it, but when you actually dig into that, so blessed are the fires that have burnt me. The fires obviously being these hard times that Corey Taylor has gone through, or these experiences, these negative experiences that he's had in his life, and in some way, shape or form, they've turned out to be blessed. This is just my interpretation of it anyway. That these really tragic things in his life that have happened have in some way inadvertently been really positive, in the sense that it's probably driven him on to become the person he is today. So that's my kind of take on that line, and I think Corey Taylor has some really brilliant lines when you actually look into a lot of his lyrics. I think a lot of people might overlook him as a lyricist purely because a lot of that can be drowned out by how aggressive his screams are and his singing is, and people just really focus on the sound as opposed to what he's actually saying. But that's what I kind of like so much about Slipknot lately, is digging more into the lyrics, which is something that I never really did before. I always just focused on the kind of external, I mean, the masks, the heaviness, the kind of headbanging. But now that I've started to do a lot more reactions, I'm really delving into the lyrics a bit more, and you can kind of, it makes the music so much better as a whole when you look into the lyrics and you see what he's actually saying. Then when he pairs that with the fucking screams that he has that are so aggressive and so much hurt in the screams, it just makes it that so much more interesting to actually listen to. They got me there. Oh. This is about to be a filthy outro. I can feel it. Surely. Oh, it's fading out. Okay, alright. I thought we were going to get something really fucking heavy there. I was honestly looking at the lyrics to that there, so I didn't see how long was left in the video. Kind of disappointed that didn't swing back around and just hit us with one last big drop. But first opinions, again, I would like a lot of Slipknot songs when they first come out. Actually, that's not really true, because a lot of the time I know quite early with Slipknot songs if they're going to be, I suppose, jumping straight into my playlist. But this one, mixed. I feel like this is one that I have to listen to a few times to kind of understand my full thoughts on it. I mean, sometimes songs just jump out and they're literally undeniable with how good they actually are. Sorry, I thought my camera stopped working there. But then sometimes you have to kind of listen a few times. Very rarely with Slipknot, albeit, but I feel like this one's going to be one that I have to listen to again. Standouts of the lyrical side of the song has to be in the chorus, like what I said there with the "Blessed are the fires that have burned me. Listen to this, the lesson is never underestimate the agony. Death of the fool, birth of the cruel." Yeah, so again, the fires that have burnt them coming back around and kind of being a blessing in disguise. Listen to this, the lesson is never underestimate the agony. Again, playing on the fact that the pain and everything that he's dealt with depression. Again, depression is going to be a huge part of this album, clearly from the 3 songs that we've heard so far from the album. Death of the fool, birth of the cruel. So again, that's kind of like almost him coming back around and being over it is what I'm kind of getting. But again, like a lot of Slipknot songs, one thing I've noticed as well, really open to interpretation with a lot of the lyrics. I mean, the underlying theme seems to be depression, and again, the angst, the mental anguish and everything that Corey Taylor goes through. But I feel like that's really open to interpretation, that one. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy my thoughts, my reaction. Tried to keep it as genuine as possible. That's not one that made me like jump out of my seat, like a lot of Slipknot songs do. There's always that one moment where I'm like, shit. But I mean, maybe I'll spot a few little things musically that I'll really like. I'll need to listen to it a few more times. But again, my Slipknot playlist is growing, guys. I've been dying to just jump into full albums and listen to new songs and just have more songs for my gym playlist. But like I said, I like to keep them my first listen for these videos. So every time I do a new reaction video, I get a new song to listen to in the gym. So that's an extra one to listen to, guys. So if you did enjoy, please do drop a like. If you're excited for their new album, I know a lot of people have already heard it, so don't leave any spoilers. Please, just don't. Please do leave a like if you're excited for the album, guys. That shit's going to drop Friday. I'm actually working all day Friday, but hopefully I'll be able to get 1 or 2 out in the evening. I might get you guys to send me on which ones are the best from the album, so at least then I can get them out first and then slowly get through the rest of the album throughout the week. Subscribe if you are new, guys. Thank you to everyone who's been sticking around for these reactions. That's going to be me. I will see yous in the next video. Cheers.